Going on, everybody? It's been a while since I've streamed. It's been a couple of weeks. So I decided to stream tonight. I was bored and didn't really have too much to do. So this is what I do when I'm bored and I want to do something. How's everybody doing? If you did not see, I posted a invite link to my Discord server, um, which I've had the server for a couple of years now, but I had it sort of closed down, locked down due to a lot of the drama that was going on. So now that is behind us and we've moved on, at least I've moved on. I don't know if anybody else has moved on, but I've trying to move on. I went ahead and opened it back up. Um, so, and a couple of people have joined. Um, so if you were interested in joining, um, I believe the link is on my community tab and it's also on my about section, my description section on my channel. Um, there should be a link to it. And it should be the link should last forever. I set it to never expire, so we'll see if it actually doesn't. Invite links are weird for Discord, but so if you want to talk about Star Wars, go on ahead and join that server. Um, but I'm going to invite some people to the stream. Um, I believe like in a month or so, if you play Empire at War, um, Corey Lucis, if you don't know who that is, he's made two of the most popular Empire War mods, Thrawn's Revenge and Fall of the Republic. Thrawn's Revenge is this post Jedi mod. He has content all the way up to the Hand of Thrawn duology, and then the Fall of the Republic is of course is a Clone Wars mod. Um, so if you are interested, if you play those games or those mods, Corey is making an Old Republic mod now, set during the KOTOR era. Um, so in the game or that mod will cover content from KOTOR 1, KOTOR 2, and then I believe parts of the KOTOR comics. I'm not sure what else is covering. I know that there's going to be like a Tales of the Jedi game mode, I think. Actually, may be wrong on that. Don't quote me on that. But he is now, a lot of people have asked because a lot of the older public mods, they're not very good because what they do is they put content. There's no era progression. What makes Corey's mod unique, even more unique from the main game, from the base game, is as you're playing through a Galactic Conquest, there's different eras, and upon different eras, you get different heroes. The other factions get different heroes, different planets, different items, things like that. Um, and it's kind of it goes by different years. In well, the Republic, it's not by years; it's by months. So, uh, and with other older Republic mods, so on that game, you can have it to where you can have like Darth Malgus fighting, I don't know, Bastila or whatever. And if you know your Old Republic era, or the Old Republic story, that's like a 300-year difference there between those two. Are those two characters in terms of when they were living. So it doesn't make sense. But in this, it will make sense. Now he's not gonna have any SWOTOR stuff in it yet. I know Corey has said that if it's well received, which I'm sure it will be, Revan's Revenge, he will consider adding that. But for now, it's just Coder stuff up to Coder 2, I believe. So, hello, Iron. How you doing? It's good to see you, man. It's been a while since we've talked, but I'm glad you're here. I know Iron plays Empire War sometimes, so but Revan's Revenge, I can't wait for that. He's been developing that for a while now, and it's finally gonna be released sometime this year, uh, or by December, I hope. This year's almost over, but which is crazy, by the way, that this year is almost over. And then his next mod that he's also doing, now this is gonna take years for him to develop, but it's he's doing a mod about or during the Galactic Civil War, which is really what the base game is based on, but the base game, well, it was very surface level Galactic Civil War stuff. Hey, you can build a Star Destroyer, you can build a Long Calamari Cruiser, but it was just, and the heroes are, your movie heroes for the most part. The Forces of Corruption added, some non-movie heroes, Thrawn, for example, but um, he's going to be adding a lot, um, you know, so because obviously what makes his mods very unique is they're very much EU based. Um, he has added some new canon, but he's made it to where if you want to see new canon content in those games, there's a specific button you have to press in order for that to even be enabled. But otherwise, those mods are purely expanding universe. So, I mean, then people say, well, Fall Republic has TCW. Well, TCW is expanding universe. So, technically, Corey's not doing anything wrong there. Not that he would be doing anything wrong if it wasn't, but it's his mod, right? He can do whatever he wants with it. But TCW is expanding universe. Um, but even then, most of the mod is just EU stuff, you know, EU characters, EU story events, things like that. So, but I love his Father Public mods. They're a lot of fun. But yeah, Revenant's Revenge is coming out. I kind of consider that EU news, well, it's kind of the closest we got because Revan, well, that his Corey's mods are EU stuff or EU mods. So it's cool to me how the most played, in fact, most of the mods in Empire War are just EU stuff, which is really weird to me. You would think it'd be Disney canon, but it's not. It's EU, which I love. But there are some Disney canon mods, but they're not. There's not a lot of them, thankfully, right? Um, so, but yeah, that I can't wait for that to come out. Obviously, Legends Con in terms of EU news, Legends Con's getting closer and closer. We're just a few months out. Um, we're on the last couple of months here that we're gonna have to wait. And they're still announcing people, and I can't wait for that. And I know Matt and Brennan recently met up. Check out Brennan's channel. They met up. That was pretty cool. Um, Pretty cool video too that they did together. And in a few months, we'll all be together. And we'll all be able to. Well, we're probably gonna do a live stream. I'm sure. I don't know. I'm not saying anything official, but I know. I'm sure Brennan's gonna. That's gonna be on Brennan to do. But if not him, then Matt will probably do. In fact, we'll probably do it on Matt's channel. Actually, we'll probably do it on Matt's channel if anything. Because he'll be there and he has the biggest channel, right? So it makes sense to do it on his. So exactly. But to be fair though, those two mods that Corey did, he was developing those long before the buyout. I think he was developing Thrawn's Revenge like 2006. So he was working on that mod long before, you know, the buyout, let alone Disney buying Star Wars. So, did I say the buyout? I meant the reboot. I meant the reboot, not the buyout, if I said that. It's been a long day. Had a lot going on today, but anyway, what other EU news do we have? There's not a lot going on right now. Well, it's been like that for 10 years now, hasn't it? Not a lot going on. I know the main stream fandom has been blowing up, which is always funny to see. Um, Sad though, but funny. Um, I just think it's funny how so many of the things that EU fans were saying for years, now that it's coming true, you know, they think the Disney canon is acting like, oh, who would have expected this to happen? Us. We expected it to happen. And I don't know why people will defend the Disney canon to hell and back. That's not to say that you can't like it. You can obviously like it, but to defend it to hell and back like some people do, it's like you think Disney will defend you? You think that they're gonna care what you think? No. One of these days, those fans that are always defending Disney, well, there's not gonna be a reason to defend it anymore. So that's not to say that you can't call out people who are saying stupid stuff about the Disney canon. That's different. But when you're just defending the Disney canon to hell and back, no matter what, I mean, like, Star Wars Explained. Well, he gets money for it though. I guess that's different. He gets money for it. He gets paid to do it. He's always been given free shit from Disney. Oh Lord. Star Wars Explained, by the way, is the pure definition of a shill. I'm not using that in a pejorative sense. He's literally a shill. Quite freaking literally. I mean, look up the definition of the word. You tell me he's not a shill. Um. Oh well. I do have a video recorded. Um, about Dave Filoni. I need to upload that soon. Um, it's about a quote he said, which if I think I've talked about in previous live streams, but it's the quote it was kind of funny, but it also pissed me off at the same time. It's one of those things. Dave Filoni has a habit of that, making me laugh and then also pissing me off simultaneously. Um, uh, um, I don't know. I just think that, and I'll talk about this in the video, but you know, as long as Dave is in the position he's in, the Disney canon will never be good. Never. The longer he's there, the worse the Disney canon will get. Not just in terms of its story, but in terms of its continuity. I mean, you have a guy saying continuity doesn't matter and that continuity is, you know, doesn't really exist or shouldn't exist. I mean, you got a problem there. But that's okay because you fans, we never had to worry about that because we had people at Lucasfilm who cared. So can't wait. I can't wait to upload. It's like 20 minutes too. It's like a long video. So I need to get that uploaded. I may get it set to upload tonight and then have it uploaded by tomorrow morning. So um, I don't like making videos about him, but I felt that that kind of specific video, discussing what he said, I feel was pretty important. So I'm just glad he's no longer writing you stuff, right? So, what else is going on in the fandom? Not a whole lot, man. It's been pretty quiet. No drama by the looks of it, which is great. Um, I actually noticed, I think this is hilarious, but I noticed I actually lost over these past couple of months, I've lost like 5 or 6 subscribers. I think a certain group of people realized I have them all blocked, so I don't see their messages. I think they unsubscribe from me, so they don't get notifications no more. Wonderful, wonderful. Oh, I think that's wonderful. I'm so glad they unsubscribed from me. So I'd been meaning to comment on that, but you know, I just haven't had the time, nor did I care that much. But um, It's weird. I've lost subscribers, but like I think it's because after I blocked a certain group of people, so no, I can't see their comments and other people can't see their comments. I think they finally realized, hey, we should probably unsubscribe from him because he's not giving us attention anymore. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. I just think it's hilarious. Well, you have a bunch of big videos though. I don't really have that. Yeah, I mean, I know your response to Force Wave is pretty popular. I don't know what other video I don't know your most popular video, but you probably have you probably have your top popular videos are probably doing well in the algorithm, so that's why you've grown. So there's a lot of people who are like that. I know, especially with the bigger the YouTuber, the less likely or the less that they have to upload. Actually, that's not always true. Sometimes it is. Um, but they usually have like 5 or 6 videos that are really popular and they do really well in the algorithm. So there's no reason for them to kind of upload because people are watching those videos and then they're still subscribing and whatnot. So I don't know. Yep. So I know. What are some YouTubers that are like that? I'm trying to think here. Um, nothing really comes to mind, but there's some YouTubers who are like that. So me, on the other hand, I'm not really growing at all, which is fine. I don't care that much about it, but um, I'm not doing this for the views. People will say that I am, but I'm not. I don't really care that much about the views. Um, a lot of this channel is just to offer my opinions on different things. So which I guess some people enjoy. So some of my past few videos did all right. They didn't do amazing. They did all right. A lot of my older videos though did really well. I think my most it's weird. My most viewed one, I think Tamora Morrison. I did a video on some comments he made. Um, I think it was about Bulba's portrayal in the Book of Boba Fett. But I'd done a video kind of just talking about it, and that's my most popular video. Almost 500 views on that video. Strange. It wasn't even EU centered video, but I got a lot of views out of it, which is weird. Of course, it's that video I get views on and not one about the EU. But it's okay, guys. It's okay. It's all good. Ooh. Well, I don't really know what to talk about. There's not like I said, there's not a lot going on for me to talk about. I'm trying to see check. I haven't checked StarWarsTimeline.net in a while. Let's give that a check. Latest news. Anything new on here? Not really. Oh yeah. Um, Karina Beko? I don't know how to say her name, but she's the writer. She was at Legends Con last year. She wrote the Legacy 2 comic, the one about Anya Solo. She'll be at Legends Con. That was announced on the well, a month ago, apparently. I'm a little late to talk about it. Um, but it's all right. Um, she's gonna be there. So let me see. Okay, I'll guess. Let me go to legendsconofficial.com. Um, so we got Kevin J. Anderson, John Whitman, Dan Wallace, Troy Denning, Shannon Lynn, Mick Randall, Joe Bongiorno, Barbara Hambly, Hollis Davids, and Paul Davids, Chris Avalone, Corinna Becco. And they're gonna have more to come. It's gonna be great. So I can't wait. I've heard that Karina or Corina, I'm not sure how you say her name. I heard she's a really nice lady. And then of course, if you don't know who Hollis Davids and Paul Davids are, they are the husband and wife that rode to Jedi Prince. Um, so it's gonna be cool that they're there. Of course, obviously Barbara Hambly did the Chosen Jedi and Planet Twilight. Joe Margiano did um, Supernatural Encounters. Shannon Lemon Randall. She actually portrayed Mara Jade physically in a lot of like different promotional material and whatnot. Um, of course, we know who Troy Denning is. We know Dan Wallace did a lot of the guys. John Whitman did Galaxy of Fear, and then Kevin J. Anderson. Of course, we all know some things he did. So it's pretty cool. I told Matt if he would suggest to Kyle, Greg Keys. Greg Keys, he's active on Instagram. So, and I'm sure he's active on Twitter too. So I think that'd be another wonderful author to have at the convention. 'Cause, he wrote some of the best stories in the NJO, in my opinion. So that would be cool. Um, I wonder what Drew Karpyshyn. That's still the author I'm really, really hoping to see. He lives in Austin, which is like 5 hours away from Arlington. So that would be cool to see. Um, it'd be cool if they could bring Stover and Stackpole back. That'd be pretty nice. Um, so very interesting. That's cool, man. It's really awesome to hear. Yeah, I'm not low key. I forget about Ahsoka a lot. I think that show kind of just turned me off of everything in Disney canon. Um, Thrawn being mishandled. Um, I don't know. That show's just pretty awful. There's nothing good about it. Well, okay. Let me be fair. I'm sure there's some good things about it that I can't exactly think of or think about this moment, but I'm sure there are things about it I liked, but I don't remember. Like I said, maybe even then, I don't know about the great ideas part. The show was just awful. What are the fun things to do around Dallas? Well, I know I always say I live in Dallas, but I live about an hour actually from Dallas. I mean, there's a lot of places there. The Highlands, that's something that you can, but even then, the convention's not going to be in Dallas. It's going to be in Arlington. So I don't think, I know Arlington is in the Dallas Fort Worth area, but it's not. It's like I said, it's like an hour away from Dallas. Um, so there's real. I don't really know. I don't go to Dallas often. So I live near Dallas, but I don't live in Dallas. I mean, yeah, but I will say the convention is probably the most fun thing, or will be the most fun thing. Yep, that's Dave Filoni for you. But I'm glad he did that because all the crappy Disney canon fans who hate on the Yuzhan Vong, you know, why are they from another galaxy? Now they can't say that no more. So, to be honest with you, Scott, Matt would know more about that than me, which sounds really strange, but he's probably been there more than I have. So, no, the Highlands are not in Dallas. The stockyards are in Dallas. Like I said, I don't know. Again, I don't go to Dallas very often. In fact, I've not been to Dallas in probably years. I know, Scott, but like I said, I live in a whole like an hour away from Dallas. I live in the Dallas area, the Metroplex, but I don't live in Dallas. So I don't exactly know. And the convention's not even in Dallas. I have people invited, so plus Dallas has a lot of crime, it has a lot of problems. The city's a mess. So that's another reason why I don't ever go to Dallas because it's a hellhole in my opinion. Fort Worth, I feel, is a much more um attractive city than Dallas. I think that's where the stockyards are actually. The stockyards is like a place in Fort Worth, yeah, the Fort Worth stockyards. There's a lot of stuff there that you can do. Ah, and if you guys, I mean, everybody going to the convention, if they end up going to Dallas, I'm probably not going with them. So, but like I said, it's not going to be in Dallas. It's going to be in Arlington. I don't know why Matt keeps saying it's in Dallas. It's not. Arlington is like an hour and a half away from Dallas. So, like I said, it's in the Metroplex, but it's not. It's not Dallas. It's Arlington. It's a different city. It just happens to be in the Metroplex. So, and like I said, ask Matt. He'll know. He's probably been there more than I have for work and stuff. So, Dallas? Okay. City's only probably only gotten worse since you've been. It's a very liberal government, so there's a lot of crime in that city and homelessness, and it just has a lot of problems with it. So, ugh. Fort Worth is a much better city, I feel. I enjoy going there. I've been there. I've been to Fort Worth more than Dallas, so. Oh yeah, the mayor of Dallas actually recently became a Republican about a year ago. That's interesting. Hmm. Well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and leave. There's not much conversation going on. No one's joining, so I'm gonna leave because I don't know what to talk about. So, yeah, y'all have a great. And like I said, I'm gonna get that video up. Schedule it tonight. It should be up by 7 a.m. tomorrow Central Time. So, if you're interested, keep an eye out. It's about Filoni, so a little bit of I didn't rage in the video, but that's pretty. I was definitely blunt in how I presented my opinion on the topic I'm covering, but um, I don't know, man. I just Star Wars is just in a really really rough place right now. Um, And it's a shame because we used to be in a really good place, you know. So it's strange. I've never really seen it in a good place. Well, from my point of view, before I was an EU fan, obviously back in like 2015 or whatever. I was a young kid at the time. I loved Star Wars. That was when Rebels was coming out, the sequel was about to come out. That was probably the golden era of the Disney years, which even then it was not that golden. Um, we're in like the bronze age of the Disney years now. It's only getting worse as the years go on, but um, I don't know. I just can't wait to see someone else take the helm at Lucasfilm, and maybe I'll give it a shot again. But as long as Kathleen Kennedy's in there, as long as Davy Boy's in there, as long as all these other idiots are there, Pablo Hidalgo, it's gonna be bad. So, and I know this is an EU channel, but I've always said this, but I've always wanted the Disney canon to be good. I, I've never wanted it to be bad. If the Disney canon was really good, and if it was doing a lot of good stuff, I would not be an EU purist. Um, but because of the storytelling or lack thereof in the Disney canon, I have no reason to be a fan of it. Why would I be a fan of something I don't like? So, but if it was good, you know, if I liked it, I would definitely not be an EU purist. Um, but I've always wanted the new canon to rival the EU. I've always wanted it to be, you know, I should not have to. I Disney should want the fans to be like, wait, both storylines are really good. That's how Disney should want the fans to be like. But they're not. So it's okay. It's all right. Um, so anyway, I'm gonna head off here. Y'all have a great night, guys. Thank y'all very much for watching. See y'all next time.